I feel like I'm. Boom. All right. That seems better. Sure. Why not? All right. Over the show, episode 180. 180. Holy shit. Last week's show, a little house cleaning real quick. Oh, just me. Jerry's sick, unfortunately, this week. So no Jerry this week. Let's go to our page. Your page. Weird. Last week's show, the WrestleMania recap, the widescreen version has been taken down for copy infringement. But luckily, the vertical one was not hit. Same exact ep, same screens on screen. And that one did not get in trouble. But the horizontal desktop version was removed. Not a copyright strike, just removed for copyright. Bummer. 'Tis what it is. And just thought I'd say that. You can still watch this one, episode 179. I don't know how long that one will be up before it is removed. But yeah, that happened. All right. I got a bunch of movies I've been waiting to talk to Jerry about, but I got to just start, knocking them out. Thankfully, I don't look at anything sketchy on my computer because that would have been awkward. But yeah, so I wanted to knock out movies, give them a rating, move along. So when Jerry does come back, maybe then we could have a clean slate, whatever. It's been a hot minute since we did movie review, which is or was the bread and butter of the show itself. I thought I had a burp right there. No, look, a hiccup burp. There we go. And then we're going to play some Mario Golf. It's been a minute. I enjoyed doing that the other week with Jerry. I thought, hey, you know what? I'm kind of wearing the outfit anyways. Why don't we play a little Mario Golf? Relax. Keep it chill. You just missed that. I just went over the fact that the last week's episode got removed. So if you did not watch last week's episode, 180 is gone. 179 was removed, the horizontal version for copyright infringement. The vertical version is still available on the channel, but the other one was removed. So watch us live or else it might get taken down. Not a copyright strike though. Yada, yada, yada. Now I'm just repeating myself to myself. Pretty weird. Going back to it, gonna knock out a bunch of movies one at a time. Give my review. Very short, brief, yada, quick. And then jump on to the next thing. So, Dizzle, I would love to hear your take on the whole Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion drama going on. Or not drama, breakup. But maybe we'll save that and have Sadizzle come on next week or something when we have Jerry and he can break it all down for us. Sounds pretty hilarious. Although I have to say, yeah, copywriting because of the wrestling clips, 100%. Well, probably because they were on ESPN too, to be honest, because that whole thing, the WrestleMania was on ESPN, so ESPN Plus. But I paid for it, motherfuckers, so I should be able to watch them, especially because they're on YouTube, and I paid for them on ESPN Plus. Does not matter, though. It is what it is. But the Megan Thee Stallion thing, real quick, Sadoozle. If you are watching, whoever just was watching, damn it, leave a like on that episode, because no one is watching the show anymore. It has gone down worse than when we started. You would think we'd had growth. We're having the opposite of growth. We are going down the other direction. We are back traveling. The Megan Thee Stallion thing, Sadizzle, if you're still here, I find it to be amusing because once a cheater, always a cheater is all we really need to wrap it up. There's not even much to say. She's kind of an idiot for getting in a relationship with Klay Thompson, a known womanizer, cheater, douchebagger. Love Klay for when he was on the Warriors and what he had done. Wasn't my favorite out of the three. splash guys. I'm going to consider Draymond a splash guy. He wasn't a splash bro. He was a splash guy. Clay was always, and Sadu knows this, was my third. He's my sister's favorite player, so that shows you everything right there. Not surprised Clay cheated, but the alleged woman. Are we speaking on the WNBA star? Because she said that she was not involved. It doesn't. You know what, Stu? We'll save this. We'll save it. We'll try to get you on next week maybe, so you could break it down to Jerry. That'd be funny. I know Jerry won't give a shit. Jerry is sick right now. He texted me earlier today, unfortunately. And that is that. All right, so let's just pop off some movies so I can get to golfing, baby. Our first movie. I had seen this movie, Sahara, a long, long time ago. I rewatched it recently, and this is just the easiest way to put this. It is a poor man's Indiana Jones. It has some moments. Is it good? I don't. It's not great. It has some moments. It's not great. Penelope Cruz, though, huh? She was gorgeous back in the day. I mean, I'm sure she still is. I haven't seen her in anything in a long time. But yeah, it has its moments. I didn't remember it very well. Would I go out of my way to watch it a third time? Probably not. I would give this a C. Yeah, it seems to always be. It's right now, I guess it's on Stars, so says IMDb. Very, very big crew, though, of some great heavy hitters here in the movie. At least in the images, I saw a couple actors. I was like, oh, yeah, they were in that as well. But yeah, it's a C. I think this gives it a 6.1. That makes sense. That sounds about right. So there you go. C. See you later. I don't think we ever even talked about this. Start closing windows out. We'll leave that one open. I don't think we ever talked about this on the show. I'm glad Sadu's here. How to Train Your Dragon live action. It is available on Netflix. Sadizzle, this is his go-to animated series. Am I right? This is the kid from Deadpool, right? Yeah, Deadpool 2. Yep. Okay. Nick Frost for me was the highlight of the film. Although he's not super highlighted in the film, it was still cool to see him in this. Didn't realize he was in this. I felt like, and I said this to Sadu, that they didn't give enough breathing room for any of the kids to really get their moment. It felt very, for how long the movie is, it also felt rushed. I think, I hate to say this, there clearly is a good movie in there, but it just didn't come across that way. I did like moments of it, but I didn't love the whole project as a whole. Would I recommend this to a youngster? Maybe, to get you in. It's a good gateway for your what am I looking for here? What am I trying to think here? For your fantasy type films, like your Lord of the Rings or your Harry Peas. I don't know. It's in that boat in my mind. I'm getting lost on this, but without Jerry, it's always a lot different. It's a lot more difficult without Jerry. What's Sadu saying over here? Yes, a bad version. It's a bad version of National Treasure, but National Treasure also Sadu going. This is back to Sahara. That National Treasure also is a bad version of Indiana Jones. They all are in that wannabe Indiana Jones realm. Now I'm sure Indiana Jones isn't the first adventure film with that kind of archaeological vibes, archaeologist vibes, or what have you. But yeah, How to Train Your D. That's what I'm gonna call this. How to Train Your D. The ending scene too. The whole ending fucking little thing that rolls out. Kind of it just felt very I hadn't really connected to the characters enough to even care. They want to build up all these guys to being different, but they all kind of blend into being the same. I would give this also probably a C plus. It's on the verge of being a B minus, but it just missed it. Let me see what this director's done other than this. I'm just curious now. Oh my God, he was the writer on how he wrote the original movies. Just a dizzle. Did you know that? Well, now I feel bad hating hella hard. But it is what it is. Well, does he have any? Oh, wow. Sadizzle, look at that. He's doing How to Train Your Dragon 2 live action. Oh, and he did the How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know which one this is. Is that the third one? Oh, and he did. Oh, wait, Sadu. Oh my God. All right, well then he really did drop the ball then, because like he did it. Wow, he did the original Lilo and Stitch, and then Disney must have cut his ass. I mean, it better be faithful to the original, seeing that he did the originals. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. So How to Train My Dragon is this dude's whole like career. He is the How to Train My Dragon guy. This gentleman. Is that him with JJ? It is. And that's him with Tarantino? He's trying to get some... Oh, we're all over the place. Interesting. I just felt like the vibe... What the fuck? Okay. The vibe was a little off in this film. I just didn't feel like the characters got to have each of their moments. It felt like the time span from when you started the movie to when it ended could have all been within a couple days. But I think they wanted it to feel like it had gone over a month or so, or maybe more. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the original storyline. Justin would have to chime in here. But it felt like a couple days. That was my take. But I also think this is made for a younger audience. It just wasn't a good kids film should be made for everyone. Right? That's my opinion. A good kids film. It could touch anyone of any age. This, if you were young and you told me you really liked it, I'm not going to judge you. Because it was good. It was decent enough for me to go, yeah, I could see that. But it wasn't like that huge home run that I feel like... what's coming to mind right now? I was going to say Super 8, but I don't even know if that's a kid's film. I don't know. E.T., the original E.T., Wizard of Oz, mainly Wizard of Oz 2. Never Ending Story, or the original. I know G. Butt was the... Oh, yeah, he plays the dad in it, right? Okay. Yeah, he was... G. Butt was pretty good in this. Jesus, I don't care about United Airlines with fucking... Devil Wears Prada 2. Jeez McGee's. Yes, like I said, C plus on the verge of a B minus. I would recommend it to someone with kids, but I wouldn't personally go out of my way to watch it. What was the actual movie? A PG. So unless he's a couple years off from watching that, maybe when she gets old enough, I'll show it to her and we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Another one. Crazy on the Outside. Tim Allen directed this. Did not realize that. Interesting. Starring Sigourney, playing his sister. Ray Liotta is in this as well, which was great. A bunch of J.K. Simmons, always good. This lady's been in a bunch of movies. Oh, Kelsey Grammer. I forgot he was on this too. Yeah. What do I also know this lady from? Oh my God, we get it. Devil Wears Prada. Yes, United Airlines, we get it. You get an ad blocker. Where do I know her from? Oh, she was in Waterworld, The Firm. Okay. That's not what I was thinking. Waterworld, kinda. I do love Waterworld. New Girl. Oli, she plays the other, yeah. Yep, I remember that. Okay. What's her name starts dating that kid's dad, and then she's the ex-wife. I kind of recall that. I don't know why. Mickey Blue Eyes. Okay. Very Bad Things. Okay. Yeah. What am I doing right now, though? I'm going down a weird rabbit hole. All right. back to what we were talking about. This is a movie where Tim Allen is just getting out of jail. And he has to move in with his sister, played by Sigourney Weaver, who's trying to get him back on his feet. It's kind of a dark comedy. It's an interesting role for Tim Allen. Didn't realize he directed it. I got a 5.5, huh? I'd give it a little bit higher than that. I would say it's a solid 6. This is when I think Tim Allen was still a good actor. I think he's kind of gone downhill personally now, just from watching some of his later television series, which have all been knockoffs of Tool Time, Home Improvement. Him trying to recapture that moment, and he seems not to be able to. This is him doing a little bit different of a role. And you can kind of, when you watch it, you kind of see where it's going by the end of it. You know, he's going to come back around and help out his family and do the right thing, and he does. It's kind of a feel-good read. I'd give it on our scale here, I'd say a C+. Definitely not too close to the B. If anything, it's maybe going the other direction. But it's definitely worth a one-time watch. Knowing now that it's Tim Allen directed, wow, that's pretty impressive. And I'm like, wow, okay. Almost wants to maybe bump it up a little bit more, but I'm not going to. Here's one that I watched when I thought I was going to Hawaii before that whole trip got canceled due to the weather, which they're still, for a while there, we're dealing with some crazy weather. This was new on Amazon? Yeah, Prime. Wrecking Crew. These two are playing brothers. I feel like this movie was originally written for this to be a different former WWF wrestler, and they couldn't get him, or he decided he didn't want to do this movie, so instead they gave it to Batista. I almost positive that this was written originally for The Rock. I wonder if under the trivia it says anything like that. Especially taking place in Hawaii and all of that. It just felt very like this was supposed to be for... I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna. I thought maybe it was gonna be the first thing there. See if Jared was here, this is where I'd have Jared look it up for me and tell me whether or not I'm right about that. It just felt that way. It's kind of another classic shoot 'em up that takes place in Hawaii. The scenery in it's cool because it's Hawaii. The storyline itself, I love how Momoa now just tries to squeeze in him riding a motorcycle and looking like a badass in any movie he can. That's an interesting thing. Wait, you know what I just realized though? Hold on here. Okay, no, I thought that was the Zelda star. It's not. Close, but not. I love how like now they put the fucking red carpet images first. Like put the fucking photos from the movie first, and then you could do red carpet later. Oh, that was the one thing it had in it that I was like, oh, taken back by. Oh, look at that! I didn't even notice that. Wearing an Op Ivy t-shirt. Look at that. Homie's in it. Motherfucking Ned from Spider-Man. And it was interesting to see him in this role. He kind of plays a darker character, more interesting than his Ned performance that we were used to seeing him in or as. This movie was entertaining-ish, but would I go out of my way to watch it again? No. If you have Amazon Prime, might as well check it out. It's worth it. It was cool for me because I'm about to go to Hawaii. I still think hopefully at some point I will. And I was juiced to watch it just to see the scenery. I'm pretty sure that they actually shot it in Hawaii. I'd be amazed if they didn't. But it's your atypical shoot 'em up movie. They're gonna sell this land that we don't want them to sell, and you kind of off tops know who that, like, oh, Boba Fett. You kind of off tops figure out who the bad guy is. In my opinion, it was kind of a basic bitch mystery. They tried. Oh yeah, and then the fucking Aquaman's wife in this is Deadpool's wife. I'm really throwing out curveballs here tonight, baby. This is what happens when I don't have Jerry. Am I right? Is that right? Yep. Okay. Thought so. Yeah, and that's that. There's Ned. A lot of people. The stapler guy. Like I said, if you got Amazon, is it worth a watch? Sure. Would I recommend going out of your way to watch it? No. Another C plus. Tonight has been a heavy C plus evening. We're just naming off a lot of C plus films. I'm just checking to see what Diz will say. Wait, I might have to refresh this one because I don't think that this showing what Sadu said. The dragon did look great in that movie. I lost you, Sadu. I didn't see what was going on over here, so I don't know when he said people want to see the outfits. When you said that, but hopefully, I don't think you were saying it about this movie or the Tim Allen one. I'm assuming you were saying that about. Still, we're talking about, what do you call it? How to Train My Dragon. Wrecking Crew, C movie. Just a C. Not even a C plus. I'll just give it a C. It was all right. It was all, yeah. Although, now we're going to go to this next one. I don't know why that opened on the wrong page. Nobody 2. Okay. This, I almost want to, now that I'm saying everything else is a C, I almost feel like this has got to be a D, though. Although I normally would say this is a C on a normal night. This is just, Bob Odenkirk doing a John Wick film. The storyline, pretty stupid. It jumps off from the last one. I don't know if you saw Nobody Won. I think when Nobody Won came out, I was more into that style of film at the time. I don't know how long ago was Nobody Won. Click on Odenkirk and see. Course writing comes up first. Acting is what we want. Nobody Won. Oh, Nobody Won. 2021. Okay, so yeah, quite a few years back, 5 years ago. I think at that time I was still in the John Wickian mood, and him popping off as a John Wickian character dude was like, okay, cool. Bob Odenkirk's version of John Wick. Now with them trying to pick it back up again and retell it again, I think I was just like bored of it. RZA, interesting to have him in it. Colin Hanks. Oh yeah, he played the sheriff. That's right. Yeah, he was trying to act like a badass. It was kind of weird. And then his father being Christopher Lloyd, also very interesting. I don't remember that in the first. Hold on, we got to go back now. Was he in the first one? What does Sadu say? It's not awful, Sadu. It's just a John Wickian. And it's like, everyone wants to bitch about there being too many superhero movies, which I feel like has also really calmed down, obviously, in this last couple of years. My opinion is it became very much like every other movie with some kind of John Wickian film. Had that, like, just shoot 'em up, action scene after action scene after action scene with a little bit of comedy. Oh, RZA was in that. Oh, and Christopher Lloyd wasn't it? Okay, I think I watched this the one time and never came back to it again. So maybe that's why I thought I liked it more, and I just haven't seen it. And if I watched it again now, I wouldn't like it as much. Either way, it was on Netflix. I watched it. It was all right. I give it a D plus. And there's not much to say about it storyline wise. They're trying to build up a rift between him and the wife. Yeah. RZA was funny, but also felt like really bad acting at the same time. Two things can be true. We're taking red carpet photos for. Oh, true, Sadu. That's a really good point, Sadu, about the red carpet, and that's what the outfits we want to see. I'm with you on that, Sadu, and I agree with you. But let's put those photos further in the thing. Let's get. It used to be Jerry. Oh yeah, so Jerry. I think we'll click on this. let's get these photos from the movie up top, and then hit me with the red carpet photos afterwards. Those ones only put a few carpet photos. See, not even Christopher Lloyd didn't even go to the red carpet, it looks like. Yeah, see, and then the movie poster one's also at the bottom. I like that. They were close to doing the right thing here. Yeah, I mean, you got Netflix and you got nothing to watch and you're in a John Wickian mood, slap it on. Why not? But that's what you're signing up for. You're signing up for a Bob Odenkirk, who I love, but you're signing up for a Bob Odenkirk version of a John Wick film. And this time around, I'm giving it a D. All right, next one. People are going to be... See, now I'm jumping right into a Marvel project show. Now, this... Beeks really sold me on it. He really, really enjoyed it. I'd love to know what he would give it rating-wise. I also enjoyed it. I think Ben Kingsley was amazing. Him coming back as Trevor always is good. That character's awesome. So it was really cool to see that character come back again. Wonder Man feels like a mutant to me. Spoilers. Although I don't think that they are going with that. I think they're still scared to pull the mutant card. I don't want to go too much into the deets of the show, although no one's going to be talking about it or gives a shit. But this is one of the better Marvel television shows by far. He plays a gentleman who's a starving actor who just can't get a break. And when he has... We'll go with the red carpet photos. God damn it. At least they put a few of these photos. Yes, he's starving actor dude. He's going out for tryouts and stuff. He can't get a break. But then you kind of find out, oh shit, he's got powers. Like, he's not a normal human. Also, there was an episode where... it's very weird where he's not even in it. I think the midway through the season, that was really interesting as well. With Doorman. Is that who this is? I think, yeah. When this was a side little episode that was really interesting too, about a different person that had power, and that's why actors can't have superpowers or whatever. They were opening a lot of new ideas for the larger Marvel universe with this show. Do I think any of them stick? Maybe, maybe not, because I don't know how many people watched this show or gave a shit. I enjoyed it. I think homie that plays Wonder Man was fantastic. I don't know if I've seen him in anything else. Let's go back and click on him real quick. Just click on that gentleman. I don't think I've seen him in anything else. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to say that name because I would just do a horrible job and it'd come across very fucked up. Oh, he was Manta? And Aquaman. No shit. There you go. That's it. Oh, he was a Candyman? Watchmen. The mini TV series, 8 episodes. I don't recall that. I mean, I like that movie or show. The show was great too. I only watched the show the one time though. Aquaman. Oh, so he was Mana. Okay, I know. I've definitely seen him as Mana. Never watched Us. That's like only one of the movies I haven't seen of what's his name's. I'm pretty caught up. I really like that last one he made. Let's say Matrix. Oh, he's Agent Smith and Morpheus. Oh, in that dream sequence scene kind of thing. Interesting. I only watched this the one time and never went back to it. Maybe I need to. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Trial of the Chicago 7 too. Shit. So he's been in a lot of movies I've seen. Well, fuck. I gotta memorize his name. I need to tell me how to say it. Someone that's more intelligent. Going back to Wonder Man, though, I give Wonder Man a B+, A-. I think out of all the Marvel shows we've gotten, maybe one day I'll do a Marvel show tier list coming up soon. Maybe going towards Doomsday. We'll do something like that. Maybe I could talk BK into coming on. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. And I binged it. You know, I didn't watch it as they were dropping. I've kind of, I don't want to say I've jumped on this Dewey boat with everybody else, because I haven't, but I have been on the dock looking out at everybody on the boats. And I'm looking back at the beach and I see BK, and BK's going further and further sometimes into the jungle. And I'm more on that dock, kind of like I know, but I also think that there's going to be one last boat that leaves at some point, and that will be the end of everything. And I don't want to get left on the beach, but I also want to see it through. That could be this Christmas. That could be this Christmas. Might be the last boat. We will see. Weird analogy. Wonder Man though, is it worth watching? I would say yeah. I would say Wonder Man is worth checking out. The only thing you need to kind of know is where the Mantis. What the fuck was his character's name in Iron Man 3? Was it Iron Man 3? It was Iron Man 3, right? This would be a long scroller because motherfucking Ben Kingsley. And I talk about an actor with a great career. I mean, the dude, is it Sir Ben Kingsley? It might be Sir Ben Kingsley. Iron Man 3. Was it Mantis, though, or what? Mandarin. Okay, yeah. He comes back as that character. If you've ever seen Iron Man 3, that's the character. If you know that storyline, he's an actor playing that. Actually, the bad guy is so-and-so in Iron Man 3. So he's also in Hollywood. That's how he gets linked up with Wonder Man. Super interesting. Really cool. There's no other cameos or anything really to do. Actually, there's one. And it's like I don't know if he's FBI or what the fuck. Agent whatever. This dude. He's been in one other Marvel show. Was it? What the fuck was it? He's from Succession. What other Marvel's thing was he in? Oh, Miss Marvel. Oh. Here you go. He was in No Way Home. The Miss Marvel is really going to turn people off. Although I enjoyed Miss Marvel. He was in No Way Home. He makes a moment in No Way Home as an agent too. So he's popped up as as an agent, and not like a SHIELD agent, like a government agent who's looking into mutants or people with special abilities or whatever the fuck. Superhero wannabes, right? Wonder Man, A- kind of show. It's worth checking out if you like Marvel and you like good storytelling. I mean, it's 8 episodes. You could powerhouse them. They're anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. But that's 45 minutes to an hour with intro, outro. You can skip too. So, you're probably looking at a little over 30, 38 minutes, something like that. I don't know. That's a weird number. Okay, what else we got? Oh, I rewatched this. I think we've talked about this once before, but now I rewatched this because it's now available on Netflix. This would probably, if we ever would have done the DeLuise's, which we never got around to, this probably would have been my comedy of the year. It came at the end of the year last year, and I think this was hilarious, and it was a great way to do a reboot or it's not a reboot, a retelling of Anaconda and poking fun of it, the original. There's some cameos, obviously, that have to do with the original. I'm not even going to scroll down. If you haven't seen this, you're fucking up, Sadu. I guess I'm just talking to you. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty fucking funny. Great old school kind of vibe of comedy. Paul Rudd, man. And Jack Black and Paul Rudd, I think this is the first time they've actually worked together. Fantastic together. What? And this dude, I can't. Steve, something or other. Great actor. And then the ladies from Mission Impossible 2 or 3. Now I have to scroll down. Which Mission Impossible is she from? Mission Impossible 2. Okay, yeah. Westworld too, as well. All 36 episodes of Westworld. Wow. Wednesday, 3 episodes. Oh, interesting. Yeah, she's a great actress. Great actress. She's great in this movie too. Steve Zahn. Yeah, yep. Steve Zahn, fucking amazing. Zahn, whatever. Seduced or Jerry's here finally. It's super funny. It's just a fun watch too. It's just a fun watch. You know, it really gave me the vibes of comedy films from when we were kids or going into high school, college. I didn't go to college, but you guys went to college. You know what I mean. I would give this A+. It's on the verge of being an S or 10. I mean, it's hard to put a comedy into an S because, you know, you watch the one she have laughs, but then again, I mean, you could slap this on in the background. Has a couple action scenes. I mean, yeah, it's a really good movie, man. It's a really good movie. I'm going to keep it at A+ for now. Yeah. Okay. Project Hail Mary. Sadu, Jerry, sound off whether or not you've seen this yet. I'm assuming Sadu hasn't. Jerry, I don't know. Maybe you and Karina went and saw this. Maybe we could talk about this again next week when you're hopefully back on. If you don't know, now you know. Rygaz is my dude. And if this next Star Wars movie, not Mandalorian that comes out in 3 weeks, but his Star Wars movie, what the fuck's the name of his Star Wars movie? Oh yeah, I figured Jerry, you probably saw it with Karina. Starfighter. I mean, if Starfighter is the hit I think it's going to be. Oh, and you listened to the audiobook? I downloaded the audiobook, but I didn't get a chance. I thought I was going to listen to it on the plane in Hawaii. Doesn't matter. I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I did download it, so it's still on my phone. If Starfighter is going to be the movie I think it's going to be, I mean, Rygaz is going to probably be my dude for life. I mean, Blade Runner, one of my favorite movies, Nice Guys. I mean, La La Land. I mean, come on. The list goes on and on of great films. Barbie, obviously. Gray Man wasn't that great. I did watch it. I still haven't seen First Man. Doesn't matter. We're jumping all over the place. Let's get back to this. I'm interested to see how this does in... I would assume it's going to be up for some Oscars. I don't think it will win Best Picture. And I don't think Ryan Gosling will get... I think he'd be lucky to get the nod. He might not even get the nod. I'm really not looking for a Star Wars movie. I mean, dude, you know, see, I'm jumping all around here. I know what you're saying, Jerry, but here's the thing. He's playing... I think this movie was a perfect example of what he's playing a pilot for, I think, the Rebellion. I don't think it's going to be your atypical Star Wars film. I think Mandalorian is going to be, because it's still in the stupid fucking universe that they've already created with all these different characters that are spin-off characters from the Skywalker saga. I do not think, now we're jumping all over, but I do not think that the Ryan Gosling movie will be connected to that. Sadu, of course you are, Sadu. Of course you're with him. Sadu being a hater? No way. I do not think that Ryan Gosling's movie will be connected to the Skywalker saga. I think it will be its own separate entity where he's this cool pilot kind of guy, trying to do, I'm assuming kind of giving a Han Solo-y vibe, but we will see. We will see. I think this movie was a prime example of him being in space and doing a whole space thing. I think this movie, for me, Hail Mary, went on a little too long. It dragged a little too long. And I know the book's really long, so they were trying to condense the book. But there's some parts that I don't want to give too much away, because I do think, Sadu, you should check out Hail Mary. It's a great movie. But my mom really wanted to see this because her friends had all told her how great the book was. But then when we went to the movie, she fucking fell asleep during pretty much the whole thing. And then when I did wake her up and shit, she tried to claim that she wasn't asleep. Ridiculous. I would say I think it lives up to the hype, depending on how hype people were on it. I'd give it a B+. on the verge of an A minus. It's got rewatchability. It definitely gives you some good vibes and stuff. But there's a lot of like nothingness going on. Cool visuals and shit, and it was really cool to see in theater. But he's also like, I don't want to say too much and give too much spoils away or anything, because I think it's a dude you should really check it out, and it's easy to kind of spoil this one with what's going on and how it all ends up. This is the first you're hearing that Ryan Gosling's in a Star Wars movie. What the fuck? He came out at... Well, I guess not everyone's a Star Wars fan. He came out at the last Star Wars convention, and it was a huge ordeal that he came... Whatever. Not going to get into it. They're shooting it. It comes out next year. Like, it's fucking on, baby. Like, it's on. I almost want to go to Star Wars Celebration next year because Ryan Gosling clearly will be there doing like PR and shit for the movie. And how cool would it be to be at Star Wars Celebration with Ryan Gosling there? Doesn't matter. Not going to get into all that. Ryan Gosling is my favorite, bro. By far one of my favorite actors. So I really enjoyed this. I really did enjoy this movie, but I give it a B+. I give it a B+. Yeah, you got to check this out. I think it will be up for a lot of Oscars. I just don't think it's going to win any of them because it's a sci-fi film. They'd rather give fucking Oscars to like, a Joker or any kind of like, I don't know, time period piece about like Knights of the Round Table. Never sci-fi. Is Hail Mary worth seeing? 100%. But I'd give it a B+, on the verge of an A-. On the verge of it. All right. Mike, Nick, and Alice. This is a kind of a dark comedy with a little bit of a John Wickian vibe, a shoot 'em up. I think they could have, off top, so I'm going to jump right into this. I think they could have leaned less with the John Wickian shoot 'em up and more with the comedy, and I think it would have been a better movie. I think that they did a little too much John Wickian scenes for my taste. Like I've said earlier when we were on Nobody 2, I'm over the John Wickian. I think that's the thing for me that's been played out in Hollywood, or, well, it's not really Hollywood. We call it Hollywood, but they don't shoot fucking nothing in California. They've ruined... Thanks a lot, Gavin Newsom. It was ruined before him, but it's just fun to say. It could have been funnier and less shoot 'em up, and I think I'm gonna repeat that, it would have been better. The whole premise of the movies, it's a little bit of a time travel thing. John Ralphio is the scientist. Where is he? He's somewhere here, or AKA we call him John Ralphio, but really he's Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh shit. Red Stapler is also in this. I forgot about that. He's in both the movies. Sonic the Hedgehog is the guy who makes the time machine. Vince Vaughn somehow goes back through the time machine, so there ends up being two of him, and it's this weird kidnap movie with Marsden? Yeah, James Marsden, and Vince Vaughn having to kidnap Vince Vaughn. It's fun, and it had a very creative idea there. I think they didn't stick the landing. Personal opinion, I'd give this a C+, B-, probably leaning more towards the C-. A 6.2 sounds, or C-, this C+, leaning more towards the C+ on this one. Like I said, could have been less funny, could have been more, what the fuck? I just said that backwards. Could have been more funny, less shoot 'em up, and I think I could have bumped it up to that B. Great to see Vince Vaughn in a good mainstreamer movie. It's been a minute. I know he's done a few. He did that like horror comedy film, and then he did that other one for Netflix about like his mom's cookbook, which I watched, which was okay. Nonies. Oh, Bad Monkey too. I watched that TV series. I think that was an Apple Plus. That was actually pretty good, the Bad Monkey. Nona's, yeah. Yeah, you know what? He's been doing a few things here and there. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I just didn't super love it. And I already said why. So there you go. That's what it is. Hard to do this when you're by yourself, just rambling. Okay. This movie. Okay, Crime 101, another Amazon Prime joint. This is what's wrong with Hollywood or the movie industry as a whole. This movie should have been fucking in theaters. I think it probably briefly was in theaters. This is, I think, a fantastic old school heist, thriller, drama. It gave me kind of fucking vibes of oh my god, what am I not thinking of here? It gave me old school movie vibes. I really think that this was a good movie. I think Thor normally isn't a great actor, but I think he did a pretty good fucking job in this one. I don't love Peaky Blinder, but he was pretty good as well. Ruffalo, great. Halle Berry, great to see her in a film. I thought she was fantastic in this. It's kind of like a murder mystery. It's not really a mystery because fucking Thor is the robber dude, but Mark Ruffalo's trying to catch him and shit. What am I thinking of? LA Confidential. It kind of gave me like an old school LA Confidential vibes. I really enjoyed this film. I think if this movie would have came out 15 years ago, when movies were still really hitting the theater heavy and stuff, this would have been a way bigger deal. I think there would have been a way bigger buzz about this film in that time period. I think that the world we live in now, and especially Amazon Prime, and Amazon as a whole, they do movies. They don't do movies justice, and this is a prime movie example of that, where it just didn't get the buzz because I didn't hear nobody talking about this. I think the shooting. Well, who directed this? Because whoever this dude is, he did a really good job. And maybe that's the cinematographer, but I really like this movie. I thought it was. I would rewatch it. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it's got a little bit of time to it. It kind of comes around at the end. I don't want to say too much. Haven't heard of shit. Interesting. American Animals. What the fuck is this? Who's in this? Huh. Yeah. Haven't heard of shit that guy's done. Well, that's a bummer too, because this could have been the movie that blows this director up. I thought this was fantastic. I thought it had really good old school vibes. My bad, Stu. No. This is a great, this is a great movie that would have been. I'd given this an A minus. An A minus. It's not an S tier for me because it's got some drama, some shooting up. It's kind of got some slow periods too. Halle Berry's amazing, and haven't seen her in a great role in forever. It feels like, and she was fantastic in it. Oh, then they got those red carpet photos. Jerry, you missed me bitching about the red carpet photos. They need to put the movie photos first. Oh, there's not that many movie photos? Oh, really dark. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the way it was shot was beautiful. It felt like it was shot on film. I probably was not, especially it being a goddamn Amazon joint. But I don't know. I don't know who. Maybe a different studio made this, and then Amazon bought the rights to it. I don't know how it all works out. It's weird. Sometimes it's weird like that. Starts off with a bang, kind of slows down, and then it builds you back up again. Who plays? Is it? Oh my god. The big bad is someone, a triple OG actor. Who was the? Oh, Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte, though, man, looking real old in this film. How old is he nowadays? He's got to be up there in age, huh? Doesn't have his age right here off tops. Oh, fuck it. We got to scroll down. Born in 41. Okay. He's what, in his 80s? He was looking real old in this. Also, interesting insight on police and how they work. Obviously, it doesn't frame the police, LAPD, in the best light. Kind of makes you go, yeah, that sounds about right. Nah, I don't know if it's a Shyamalan twist ending, Jerry. I wouldn't say that at all. I'd say it's more like an L.A. Confidential or um. I was about to say Zodiac, but like Zodiac's based off a true story, so I don't know. But it's got those kind of vibes, real tense, a lot of like, what's another one with what's the one with Al Pacino and the Doors dude who plays the Doors? Why can't I think of his name right now? He passed away just recently. It's on the tip of my tongue right now. Oh, I gotta be over here. Why am I not thinking of the motherfucking actor from The Doors? What's that movie with the two of them in it? Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer. What's that movie with Al Pacino and Val Kilmer that I can't think of right now? God damn. Heat. It kind of got a Heat vibe, dude. Kind of got that Heat vibe. You feel me? It's in like that realm, like L.A. Confidential, Heat kind of vibe. Like it's intense, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. That Jerry just wrote Heat. Yeah. My review is a Shyamalan. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. My review style is Shyamalan. Yeah. Okay, yeah. True. I throw out a curveball at y'all. I really like this movie. I would recommend this as a sleeper because I swear I heard no one talk about this movie. I think it's already like the last time I signed into Prime. It wasn't even up on the front page no more. It's like what the fuck? Like that movie with Aquaman and Batista, I felt like got more push by them, which makes sense. It's a shoot 'em up that any idiot could watch and enjoy. A very John Wickian vibe, where this is like an actual movie, like a classic storytelling and shit. Really well done. Maybe I'm tripping. I recommend it. I'm gonna give it an A+. On the verge of S because I really like it. I'd like to see this get. Was this last year? No, this is 2026. I don't think this will get any Oscar love, but I think it should. I really do. But then again, I don't think Chris Hemsworth would get the nod. Ruffalo would have to get supporting, and Halle Berry would have to be a supporting, I'd imagine. And I don't think Hemsworth would get the nod because he's good in it too, man. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, there's that. Now, I know a lot of my friends, mainly I think BK, hate the movie Biops. And we're on the week of the Michael Jackson movie just coming out too. Yes, I'm going to go see the Michael Jackson movie this week. Jerry wrote Heat twice because I was probably ranting and raving about what it was. And there's that delay. My bad, Jerry. I know not everyone's a huge fan. Now, Whitney Houston is my favorite female singer of all time. I think comparing her to any of the new singers we've had the last 20 years is a crime. Beyonce, get the fuck out of here. Sabrina Carpenter, yeah, fucking right. Some of these other ones, can't think of any of their names off the top of my head right now. You got to be kidding me. We're talking about Whitney Houston here. I mean, I think it was a once-in-a-lifetime voice. Now, it faded very quickly, unfortunately. Isn't I think I meant about like rock bands and stuff there to do, but yeah, Oppenheimer biopic. That's true, Snoop. Yeah, you got me there, Snoozle. That's great. What was interesting about the Whitney Houston movie, I watched this with my mom, but also I learned about Clive Davidson, who's this very famous record producer guy that I did not know anything about. Was super interesting to open my eyes to him. What also was interesting is I didn't know that she had a relationship with one of the Jacksons. I forget which Jackson that she had a relationship with, which also I did not know. I didn't know a lot about her early years. I knew the music from the 90s, obviously, when we were kids and all that. I don't. Are they splitting the MJ movie into two? I don't know. This one, I know it ends at a highlight period. It doesn't end. We'll get into the MJ thing next week because I'm definitely going to see it this week. I think I'm going to take my mom to go see it later this week because she loved Michael as well. Obviously, I think this is the good years of Michael before it gets dark and evil, which is kind of cool. And I don't think people are really loving this Michael movie because they kind of frame him in a positive light, and people don't want to hear that. So I don't think they'll make a second one. If that is the true Jerry. But anyways, back to Whitney. Let's not talk about Michael over poor Whitney because Whitney deserves her moment to shine. This movie, if you are a Whitney fan, is definitely worth checking out. Do they super dive into the drugs and stuff even with her? They do, and they kind of have to, right? And it does end with her dying. Actually, that's the scene where she's getting the before she goes up to the bathtub in LA here. It doesn't super highlight it. It also kind of skips over the acting time when she made that one movie as well, Bodyguard. It mentions it and stuff. It highlights Bobby. I didn't realize that she was an older lady and Bobby was the younger one. They also mentioned that she kind of got rocked by the BET Awards and or the Soul Awards. I think it was the Soul Awards that kind of didn't give her the nod that she deserved when she was peaking and stuff. It was interesting. It did definitely for me, who's not super familiar with her career, because I would have been a youngster. It opened my eyes to a lot of it. I love Whitney. I super enjoyed the movie, but do I think it was the best biop fucking movie I've seen? No. Comparing it to Doors, which I mentioned earlier with Val Kilmer, I really like that Doors movie when we were kids. Although I haven't rewatched that Doors movie in forever. Maybe it doesn't hold up. I don't know. Oliver Stone. This I would say is a B-. And I'm saying that too because it's Whitney and I gotta do something. Am I frozen? Or just this page is frozen? Let's see if I open another one. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully Jerry will text me if I've crashed and burned. That's a bummer. This is all freezing on me. Would I recommend watching the Whitney movie? Yes. Like I said, I'd recommend the Whitney movie to anyone who is a big Whitney fan. Oh, Jerry was naming off all the movies. Oppenheimer. Yeah. That's Queen. The Bruce Springsteen movie. The Bruce Springsteen movie, though, Jerry, I watched that. I don't know if I ever reviewed that on the show or whatever. The Bruce Springsteen's a little bit different, though, because the Bruce movie is about one album. It's not what you think it would be like. It's just like the retelling of one album. I'm not frozen. Okay, so it's just my windows aren't opening. There it goes. Okay. The Bruce Springsteen movie, Jerry, was totally different. The Bruce Springsteen movie was really fucking interesting because it's about one album and how he was recording it, and he gets in an argument with the studio and all this different shit. That was really interesting. This is kind of, it's a little bit of a fluff piece because they didn't want to super dive into all the darkness, I think, and show how much drugs maybe she was doing and shit. Her singing at the football game too, unbelievable. Her parents kind of suck, though. I didn't know her mom was a famous singer, too. Her dad is a douchebag. Just a lot of information. I'd love to maybe read a book or watch a documentary on her. The one thing, too, is this young lady did not sing any of this song. She is lip singing versus like the Bobby D movie where Homie actually is singing. The Elvis movie was not great, but it did inspire me to go to Graceland. So I have to give a nod to that. I really did enjoy it. Oh wait, so Jared, did you already see Michael Jackson? Jerry seems to be firing off about the Michael. Maybe he already seen it. But yeah, I mean, if you're a Whitney fan, this is worth checking out. I can't believe it took me this long to see it, but it was streaming on Hulu, and I caught my eye, and I was like, no way, that's the Whitney Houston movie. And then I immediately was like, Mom, we gotta watch this one night, and then we did. Fantastic. Just to see her singing and up on stage and hearing the music. Oh man, what a great! The next day, the next couple of days, I listened to a bunch of her tracks, and it just brought me back. My mom used to slap a lot of this on in the car and stuff when we were growing up. So Whitney's always been a favorite in our household. So mad props to Whitney. Such a sad story to see her go. Written from the writer of the Queen writer, dude. Oh no, you haven't seen. You just read on shit online. Yeah, man. Whitney, baby. C plus B minus on the Whitney. C plus B minus. I don't know what I said earlier. I'm rambling now. I'm rambling, man. All right, Roof Man. Now I don't want to go into too many details about Roof Man. I think this is a movie we all need to check out, especially because, and here's why, homies. The real deal, because this is a true story. The real guy was from Sacramento, and he was stationed at Concord Weapons Station, which I would have loved to ask Grandpa Tooby if he had met the young man who the movie was about, because Grandpa Tooby worked at Concord Weapons Station up until close to when it closed. So I don't know if Grandpa Tooby, maybe he would have been an older gentleman, would have known this guy. I don't know. I would have loved to ask him. The movie doesn't take place here locally because I guess he had moved away out of state to where his baby mama was from or what have you. But yes, he starts to rob stores and then he's hiding out, so forth, so on. This is a very interesting movie. I really enjoyed it. I think Channing Tatum did a fantastic job. Kristen Dunst was fantastic as well. And Lakeith, this gentleman from a bunch of... This guy has been killer lately, bro. From Sorry Not to Bother You, which was one of BK's favorite movies. He's been in a bunch of stuff I've watched. I watched that Play Dirty. He was the best part of that. God, what else was he in? Haunted Mansion. That's right, dude. Yeah, he's just in a bunch of shit. This guy's a great actor. He's great in this movie as well. Everybody, the Roof Man, fantastic. I think this is another sleeper. I really do. Let me take that back though. It's a B movie. It's all together. It's not like an A. It's cool because it's a true story, and then it made me do a bunch of research about the real guy that they left off. Super interesting, just the whole telling of it. It made me feel, I don't want to go too much into it, but yeah, worth checking out. It's on Prime right now or Paramount Plus. I think I watched it on Prime. Oh, got a 6.9. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'd say it's about around there. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, and the chick from the soccer TV show, Ted Lasso. The Ted Lasso chick's also in it. She's dating homie. June Temple. Okay. I'm always scared to say people's names because I just don't want to say names wrong and look like an idiot. So I just try to not say them at all. I don't know if that's better or worse. Sound off in the chat and let me know. But yeah, B movie for sure. Worth checking out. It also brings you back seeing the old stores. Yeah, it's his nephew playing Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's super interesting that it's his nephew playing. That's why I heard it's a real fluff piece. The Harder They Fall. I should check that out. He's also in that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, Peter Dinklage too. He plays the store manager at the Toys R Us at home he's hiding out in. Super interesting. Super interesting. Another great one. Wow, man. I mean, I already got an hour just rambling, by myself. I don't think I had watched this before. I couldn't remember if this was my first or second time watching this. Freelance with John fucking Cena. Classic kind of shoot 'em up. This reminded me of that Sandra Bullock movie that she made with Channing Tatum. I feel like I don't know if they came out. Let me look that up real quick. This is where I wish I had Jerry. But it gave me the same vibes as that. Where with what's the chick in this one? Alison Brie. I love her though. She's great. What do I love her from though? She's gonna be in He-Man. She was in Lego Movie. That's not what I'm thinking of, but Lego Movie is a great film. Star Wars Vision. She does a voice. What the fuck? That's crazy. What do I know her from that I enjoy her in? Lego Movie 2. The fuck? Mad Men, no. There's something I really liked her in. Well, Robot Chicken. It doesn't matter. Montana. All right. I do enjoy her though. She was great in this movie too. But is this a good movie? No. This is a fucking C. We're back to the C's. This is on Netflix right now. John Cena's great. Love me some Cena. You can't see me. Fucking, he's always fantastic. Christian Slater plays like his buddy. None of you guys are gonna watch this, so I'll just fucking spoil it. I was convinced that he was gonna fuck him over. I was like, oh man, the ending of this is gonna be Christian Slater fucking him over, and the opposite happened, which did catch me personally off guard, where he actually ends up coming and saving the day and helping Cena out. Cena's ex-military. He gets kicked out of the military. There's a funny scene with that. Then he's got to become a lawyer, which is what he originally was gonna be. Then he goes, but he hates being a lawyer. His buddy Christian Slater gets him a job for like protecting this journalist chick, Alison Brie, and then movie goes from there. What was the Sandra Bullock movie? Did Cherry write that? Yeah, I saw Peter Dinklage is going to be in Aliens too. I'm not a Peter Dinklage fan. I actually dislike Dinklage. I think he did a disservice. BK gets so upset by me saying all this, but I've seen multiple tiny people say this, but he did a disservice to all tiny people by his rant about how they shouldn't be on Play the Seven Dwarfs. I've seen multiple tiny people actors, Hornswoggle, as well as that stand-up comedian Brandon, whatever his name is, can't think of it right now. Lost City was the movie I was talking about. Freelance and Lost City are very similar. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to go on my Peter Dinklage rant. Also, because I wasn't a Game of Thrones fan, so he doesn't mean shit to me. I'm not impressed by you, Dinklage. You got to do something better, Mister. Whatever. But yeah, Freelance, C movie. If you're in the movie for if you're in the mood for a basic bitch, shoot 'em up, kind of John Wickian vibes. Stop it on. Cena's always good, bro. Where are we going? Oh, Jerry, this is going to be one for you. I think that the season just wrapped up. Going Dutch. I think Jerry's also watching this show. Maybe he's not. Yeah, see, there's a fat delay because Jerry just wrote in the movie. That's funny. All right, Going Dutch is a funny comedy show on. Oh wow, that's chick's in this movie or show as well. She was in that movie. Dennis Leary, which I'm not super familiar with, and Danny. This guy's been in a bunch of stuff. Obviously, more notably the Community, Mythic Quest as well. Though loved him in Mythic Quest, fantastic in Mythic Quest. He was great in Community as well, which is obviously his breakout. Oh wow, he did DuckTales. He was Huey the Duck. That's interesting. Unless he watches that every now and then. But he was amazing in Mythic Quest. He was one of my favorite characters on Mythic Quest. He's also great in this show. Dennis Leary, too, who I'm not super familiar with. I know he was on that, when we were kids or whatever, he was on that Fireman show. It felt like forever. This is a funny show. It's a fun, upbeat, great show. That's all I can say. I'm having a good time watching it. Is it A? No, it's a B show, a high B. I don't think it's gonna ever be an A, and I don't think it needs to be an A. It's just a fun watch. Animal Kingdom, huh? Would I recommend it? Yeah, if you want a basic comedy, kind of slap on in the background and just vibe out to. I kind of put it on late when I'm going towards bedtime. I'll watch one because it mellows me out. It's not super intense. It's kind of a fun watch. Oh yeah, Lethal Weapon. He was in one of those, huh? That's interesting. Nothing super jumping out at me with Dennis Leary. He's like one of those actors that Underworld. Interesting. Tom's Crown Affair. I've seen that, but I don't remember him in any of these. Crank Anchors. That's great. The Amazing Spider-Man. That's the first one with Andrew Garfield. Rescue Me. Rescue Me was 93 episodes. That's the show I was talking about. Rescue Me. Oh, Jared wrote it in. Rescue Me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a Dennis Leary guy, but he's cool. But it really comes down to the daughter, his daughter, this chick, which I don't know her from anything, and Danny. And Danny's so funny. Like, he's kind of funny and plays a good version of his shtick, kind of doing the same shtick he kind of did in other things he's done. Or version of that. I do know her. She was in Dave. Okay. I now recognize her from Dave. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, she's good. And it's kind of their relationship. And then there's this guy's funny. And then there's a chick that's funny that's also heavily in the episodes. It must be... No, it's this lady. Yeah. Yeah, I don't recognize her from anything. Oh, Lopez the First Lopez. Shortly lived show with George Lopez's daughter, who wasn't that good of an actress, so that didn't last very long. And then this guy, I don't think I've seen him in anything. Whoa. Loading weird. Has he been in anything notable? Doesn't seem like it. Walking Dead, World Beyond, 20 episodes. Yeah, nope, definitely didn't watch that. Yep. Nope, not familiar with you, buddy. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like I said, it's a B- classic comedy television show. Originally produced by Fox, which is why it ended up on Hulu/Disney, because they got swallowed by Disney. So there you go. I'll continue to watch that and enjoy it. Dude, I don't even know if I'm going to get to golfing tonight. We'll have to play a fucking round because I already hooked everything up. All right, I just watched this the other night. I wanted to see this when it came out because I'd seen Bill Murray and Pete Davidson on some type of late night show or podcast promoting this movie, and the two of them together I thought was pretty funny. The two of them together talking and shit. So I was like, oh man, I kind of want to see this. Ed Harris, who I feel like has always looked old, and now he officially is old. Kind of interesting. Jennifer Coolidge, what can I say? Gabrielle Union. Dude, what do I know Gabrielle Union? I know she's done a ton of work, but like, what is the movie that jumps out to you that she was in? Sorry, let me click. It's loading. Anyways, this is kind of a cool shoot 'em up mystery kind of thing, so I don't want to go into too much deets. It's one of those movies that starts off showing you some scenes, and then you go back and find out what the fuck you just saw kind of vibe. It's cool. It's not fantastic by any means. It's not like a super shoot 'em up. It's not a John Wickian. It's kind of like a poor man's Tarantino, I would say. Yeah, she's done so much shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was in Ugly Betty for a few seasons. I never finished Ugly Betty. It's one of those shows. Oh, yep. She did one episode of Friends. Always remember that. I remember everything Friends. Family Matters one episode. Wow, she did a lot of TV. Malibu Shores. Wow, smart guy. Steve Harvey one episode. Sister 5 episodes. Nice. Clueless one episode. The TV series. I don't remember Clueless, the TV series. Oh, 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah, totally. Oh, Bring It On. That's the big one. Duh. Would I recommend this? If you got Disney Plus and you're paying for it, might as well check it out. For me, it was exactly what I thought. I think Bill Murray and Pete Davidson, the two of them together, their little shtick that goes throughout the movie is what made it for me. I thought Bill Murray, for the little bit he's in the movie, was the most entertaining parts for me. I did like this young man, though. Watch him not be young. He's like a full-grown adult, but he's playing a young man in the movie. He's playing like a senior in high school about to go to college. What year was he born? Doesn't say. Well, good for him. He's keeping it DL. He wants to keep getting those young guy roles, so he's like, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Smart. Do I recognize him from anything? I'm not seeing anything I recognize him from. Interesting. Cool. I would give this a C+. C+. It's back. We're back in the C zone. We're back in the C zone, folks. I wanted to like this more than I ended up liking it. It could have been a B. I don't know how it could have been a B, but I feel like if they would have changed a few things up, it could have leaned into a B, but they just barely missed it. Yeah, I feel you, Jer. I've always felt that way too. From his SNL days, I have watched some podcasts with him, a couple where he talks and stuff, and I like him more when I've actually heard him out. Something about him in a podcast or something has made me. Oh, Bad Boys 2, you're totally right, Jerry. Oh my God, yeah, Gabrielle Union's and Bad Boys 2, totally right, Jerry. That's a great point. I feel like Pete's one of those guys. I want to give him a chance. I do. He got rid of all of his dumb tattoos, which I also appreciate. No, I don't. I don't know if I appreciate it, but I think it's probably for the best because he had some dumb tattoos. He was one of those guys. I don't love. I would have my agent take this photo off. I don't know if he's fucking around as a shtick. I'm sure this was for that stupid fashion thing. Now, this is something I would end if I had a good body too. I would totally end up wearing something like this if they asked me to. I'm that idiot that would do that. Also weird that they put how his dad died in 9/11 in his bio. I feel like whoever's running his IMDb page is really like not doing him a service. Oh, I did like him in Suicide Squad. Yeah, there's been a few moments where I've enjoyed Pete. Fast X, that's right. He had that brief cameo in Fast X as well. Yeah, he's had some good cameos. But he hasn't like stolen the show for me in anything. I did watch The Pickup with Eddie Murphy, and this movie was bad. I did not like The Pickup. I don't know if we talked about that on here, but that was a bad movie. I didn't realize he was the voice of somebody on that's like New Age Ninja Turtles. But yeah, Riff Raff or whatever. Like I said, if you got Disney Plus, it's worth checking out. I don't want to go into too much deets because it is kind of a murder mystery. Yada yada yada. It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. It just isn't with this many good actors. You would think it would be better than it is. Did I say that right? Yeah. You went to a live fucking taping of Jimmy Fallon and Pete was the... Did we ever talk about that on the show? That's interesting, Jerry. We'll have to bring that back up. Well, that was one of his jokes, I guess. You're right, Jerry. So that kind of makes sense that they would throw that onto his account. I know he had a joke about how his dad, or there was some shtick that he had. Seriously, I have more movies to talk about. This is exactly why I wanted to get this out while Jerry wasn't here. I watched Mortal Kombat the other day, the original. I was just in the mood. I was getting ads for the fucking new one, kept hitting me and hitting me with ads. And I was like, man, I need to watch the original. I, as a kid, really enjoyed this. And for me, it holds up because it brings me back to that moment. I have not gotten a chance to watch 2. I think 2, by the time 2 came out, I was disappointed. But this movie, I like how there's like 50 photos of that. That's some like horny dude shit. Why is there so many photos of her with her legs wrapped around that guy? That is so fucking weird now that we were scrolling through that. What is she from, too? Like, what else do I know her from? Oh, Billy Madison. Duh. Okay. This movie for me holds up, but it holds up as a bad movie, but I enjoyed it because I saw it in 95 when I was a kid. And this was like, ooh, we get to see this, and like, I still get those vibes and I still like enjoy it. Like I said, is it good? Fuck no. Fuck no, it's not good. This guy made Death Race and all these bad movies. Oh, wrote them. What did he direct? Oh, he did. Is this her husband? It must be. Oh, dude, this guy is notoriously a bad director. Event Horizon, that's interesting. But he did Alien vs. Predator, the first one. Ew. He did all the Resident... He didn't even get to do the first Resident Evil. He's done all the bad ones. Is this the dude that's married to... Yeah, spouse. 3 children, yeah. Well, man, you got like a wife out of the whole deal. You did Mortal Kombat, and it was towards the beginning of your career. That's interesting. That's fucking interesting. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? For me, this is a solid B film, but I know it's bad. And the B stands for bad, but I enjoy it. I enjoy this movie. Everybody in it, I feel like the casting of it is so phenomenal. Lord Raiden, Johnny Cage, everybody. I like the Australian guy that plays Kano, yeah, or whatever. Like, dude, Sub-Zero dude, like everybody. The costumes, the bad virtual, like digital effects, like everything about this, I fucking love it. Love it. Love this movie. It's a solid B, and I don't care. I don't care. For me, it's a B, and I could put it on at any time, and I kind of enjoy it. It was great to watch it again as a background flick. I don't know if I could put it on at any time. All right, we're jumping into another one. Let's just fucking get the ball rolling because I'm actually getting hungry. I don't know if I'm going to golf tonight. Maybe I won't golf. Well, maybe I'll go. I'm going to golf. I'm going to golf at least to fucking 9. What am I talking about? All right. I rewatched this. I saw this in theaters with Beaks. I want to say Nick D was with us. I can't recall. I remember kind of being like, that was a whatever burger, leaving. I was like, oh, really? That like, I really, because I like the original Running Man. And this is streaming right now on Amazon, the Primerton. And I was like, you know what? Edgar Wright is one of my favorite fucking directors. Me and Beaks even went and saw him speak one time. Huge Edgar Wright fan. You know what's interesting, Jerry? I think the second time around, I enjoyed it a lot more than the first time I watched it. When I saw it in theaters, I didn't love it. When I watched it at home, I don't know. Maybe it was being at home in the comfort of the couch and shit and being able to kind of look at my phone from now and then. I liked it a lot more. I don't remember what I originally gave it. I think it's a B minus. And I don't think it's Edgar Wright's best work by any means. It's on actually the lower part of his career. But I enjoyed it a lot more than I did the first time I saw it. And I don't know if I expressed that when we talked about this the first time, but I'm saying now that I liked it a lot more this second viewing than I did the first time. It's still not the best. I still feel like the original one has nostalgia that this one could never have for me. But the ending of this one I thought was great. Michael Cera's little cameo is... I remember when Michael Cera popped up in theaters, I was kind of like, what the fuck, bro? Like, Scott Pilgrim all of a sudden's in here. I get it, Edgar Wright. That's your boy. Oh, a thing I did read online is that he made the N of the network building an N and made it bright red because he was pissed that Netflix ruined... what movie did they ruin? They ruined one of his movies. It was the third installment to the Shaun of the Dead... At the World's Edge, or the World's End. They ruined, I guess I read a little thing about it. They ruined it with the trailer. They showed the ending of the movie, and that really pissed him off, I guess. So then when he was making this movie, there is a reference to Netflix by making the N red, which I thought was funny. When I read that, I was like, oh, that's funny. Definitely probably won't get a Netflix deal now. Is this worth watching? I would say yes, but I'm also going to straight up say it's not for everyone. I think it's a lot more than a John Wickian shoot 'em up, which I enjoy. I mean, it definitely is action packed, but it's not fucking a John Wickian shoot 'em up. I also forgot that Running Man was originally written by Stephen King under an alias, which is like, oh, that's interesting. I'd love to read that book. I don't think it's called Running Man. I think it's called something different. I'll have to look that up. This is where I wish Jerry was here to, or Jerry, maybe you can look that up. I don't know. Boring's an interesting one from Jerry. I'd love to hear more from Jerry. Maybe we can talk to him next week and see why he thinks it was boring. Oh, and now I got two more, and then we'll play some golf. Speaking of the devil, I bought this on Blu-ray and ordered it. After seeing the movie, and I got the Australian edition, but it still works, thank the Lord, on Blu-ray. After seeing this in theaters recently, I had some almost the same way as Mortal Kombat. I used to own this on VHS as a kid. What year did this come out? 93. I don't think I got to see this in theaters, but I definitely had this on VHS. Oh, the book is called Running Man 2. Okay, as well. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely had this movie on VHS. This was a big play for me at home. This movie has, and not because of my obsession with Nintendo by any means. This movie, to me, yeah, it's under Cyberpunk. This movie is so fucking bizarre and is so far from anything to do with the Mario Bros by any means that I highly, for some reason, enjoyed the fuck out of this. This is also like, when I think of John Leguizamo, I think of him as Luigi every fucking time. I wouldn't say the same thing for Bob Hopkins, because he was so iconic, obviously, in Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Hook, that I think of those two movies. Dennis Hopper, though, actually, when I think of Dennis Hopper, I think of that Gorillaz song. Every time I hear his voice, I think of that Gorillaz song. But that's besides the point. But when I see John Leguizamo, I don't know why I'm always like Luigi. I think this is the first time I saw him. Like with Bob, I'd already seen Hook, and I'd already probably seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So those other ones come to mind. And then, like I said, Dennis Hopper. Also, Dennis Hopper, so many great films and shit. Oh, wow. Beaks is here. Beaks, I was mentioning Wonder Man and shit earlier, and I wanted to hear your rating. BK, if you're listening, sound off and tell me right now what your rating on Wonder Man was, because I talked about that earlier, and I gave it a great review and said it was one of the best shows they've done on Marvel, and that I'd love to do a tier list with you on the Marvel Disney television and where they lay. So sound off in the fucking thing. I wanted to click on this chick, though, because she reminds me of the road trip lady. I know it's not her. It can't be, because the age time period wouldn't really line up. Oh, my internet's shooting out again. Oh, no. Here we go. It's not, right? It's not the road trip lady. Can't be. What year was Road Trip? No, it's not. It's not the road trip lady. She looks like her, though. Also crazy, because for some reason in my mind, she was Peach, right? But she's not, because she's Luigi's love interest. She's fucking Daisy. And as a kid, I never connected that she was Daisy. But now I'm like, holy shit. Season 1, I'd give it an 8.5. There only is one season, Beaks. What the fuck? Get out of here. Yeah, I know you. Okay, but I guess we're already prepping ourselves for Wonder Man Season 2. Is that a thing? That's coming out? I did say it was up there for me. It's a high level. King Bowser, King Koopa, and King Bowser. I think these titles are incorrect. I think she's supposed to be like a mushroom person, because that's Daisy's dad. And I looked this up. King Koopa is like the Japanese for King Bowser, pretty much. They call him King Koopa over in fucking, I don't know. I think that's some like Japanese language barrier shit going on right there. Anyways, this movie holds up for me on a personal level. Is it a good film? No, it makes no fucking sense for. I like how they got screens. Oh yeah, wow. 9/11, never forget. Yeah, there's a weird scene with the Twin Towers, never forget. Yeah, bizarre. I thought that was interesting too, rewatching it. The weird 9/11, never forget. Oh yeah, the bomb to bomb, great. There's some like great Mario references in the movie. But like as a Mario, if you're saying as a Mario movie, no, it's horrendous. But as a fucking weird, like cyberpunkian bizarro film from the 90s, fantastic. Love it. I say it's a B. I say B+ for me. Super enjoyed it. I'm glad I now officially own it. Oh man, some of the art. I looked at some of this art the other day. How cool is that? How fucking cool is that? What are some other ones? Oh man, god damn it. The pop-up. I need a pop-up blocker, man. What was the other one? What was this one? Yeah. Yeah, this one's fucking killer, dude. I'd love to have that poster and hang it up on the wall behind me or something, huh? That's a killer poster. Yeah, I love this movie. I'm really glad I own it. Wonder Man was good. No, Beaks, you do know that actor. We looked him up. He was in. I looked him up earlier when we talked about it. He was in a bunch of shit. You don't realize it. Like he was in Watchmen, the TV series. I know you watched that. And a couple other things. I was like, oh shit, he was in those. He must have had smaller roles and shit. Like he was in all the episodes of Watchmen, the TV series. I'll have to like go back. I'm not gonna go back, but I whatever. Amy Smart is the road trip chick. Okay. Oh, he's fucking Mantis from yes. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Jerry's rifling it off right there. All right, cool. Yeah, he's a great actor. Like that's crazy. It's like he's been forgettable. Now I'm gonna know him as Wonder Man. Now I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's fucking Wonder Man. All right, one last thing, which I forgot to even put in here because I finished it last night. And I have to talk about it, especially because BK's here, and I've been trying to get BK to watch it. That's right, folks. I finally finished fucking season 2 One Piece. And I gotta say, this is my second favorite show out right now, period. I think they're doing magic. Obviously, my favorite show is Fallout, but this is a close second. I super enjoyed this season of fucking One Piece. It looked great. The characters are awesome. The full commitment to the costumes and the set design. Seems like it's a lot of practical effects, which I fucking love. Everybody is doing such a fantastic job in their little characters and stuff. Dude, I love this. Like, it makes me want to read or watch, either read the manga or watch the anime, but I'm not going to because it's way too much. It's like way too much. I do look up scenes from the show as the anime and or the manga just because I'm curious to see how accurate they're getting, and they are. They're killing it. Like, and man, spoilers, the last few episodes, finally Chopper makes an appearance. Yes, he's digital, he's not practical, although there seems to be some scenes where he is practical. I don't know if I'll be able to show it here. Let's see if they have it. Love Chopper. I didn't have any idea about this character or know anything about him until I started obviously watching this show this season, and he is awesome. He's so fucking cool. There he is. He's great. He's fantastic. Love Chopper. I'm missing chats flying off. Dude, Jerry, Jerry, I know you like anime and stuff. I don't know how you felt about the first season. If you didn't like the first season, then don't bother watching the second season because it is just more of that. But I am loving this show, man. And it's interesting to me because Luffy, he clearly is the main character and he's the lead and all of that. But the other members of the team, they get to really, like, it's not like Luffy's just stretching around and you're constantly having him stretching about and doing his fucking weird shit. You get everybody else in the team gets to do their thing, and it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. I fucking love it. Super enjoyed it. Game, I have rambled on for 2 hours already. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play Mario. We'll have to do that another night. I was all prepped for it too, but whatever. I'll just leave the system out here, dude. Love this. I'm just talking to myself underneath my breath. This is what happens when I'm by myself doing the show without Jerry. Yeah, they bring back the clown guy, makes an appearance too. A lot of the characters from the first season make appearances again this season. Dude, I really, really, really enjoy this show. Really, really enjoyed this show. Like I after episodes, I made it last too. Like I purposely didn't binge it. I watched like one. I watched like two the first night or whatever. Then I kind of like watched one, and I let it build up over a week or maybe 2 weeks now. Because I was like, man, I don't want to just binge all of this and then not have any to watch for the next year. Because it's so cool, man. Like the set pieces, the fucking acting. Oh, what's her name from Married with Children? She plays a doctor in it now. Here she is. Which I was like, whoa, the Married with Children's lady. She's great. And she's great in this show too. She kind of plays a bitch. It's awesome. It's awesome, dude. Really enjoyed this. I did want to know who this actor was. That's who it is. I thought that's who it was. He's also going to be in Street Fighter, right? He's about to be in Street Fighter? Yeah, Zim Bison. Dude, he was great in this as this character, bro. This guy's a great actor. I don't know much about him. Oh, he's from... no, he did 3 episodes. Oh, interesting. Mr. 3, yeah. He was the Polka Dot Man, for sure. He was great as Polka Dot Man. Yeah, cool. Yeah, he was great as this guy. I thought that's who that was. He's like one of the few actors I've noticed that I was like, oh, I recognize him. Because the whole One Piece team or whatever their pirate name is, I cannot remember right now. I don't recognize any of them. This lady got hella skinny for this season, I guess, because in the anime she gets hella skinny, or the manga. So then she committed to the role and she got hella thin for the role, which I thought was crazy. I watched some interview with her after that episode. Yeah, man, it's great, bro. It is fantastic and it's fun. It's enjoyable, dude. One Piece. I now get the hype. I get the hype, especially after going to Japan and seeing, like, One Piece is fucking everywhere. Like, you would think Pokemon's everywhere. It's not. It's One Piece. And I now understand it from watching the live action. Because if the live action's this good, and the anime and the manga are the really famous, celebrated things, they must be epic. It looks like there's some kind of Lego thing going on, too. I don't know. I'm not going to click on that. Especially after us getting demonetized last week, or our episode removed. Yeah, BK, we got we didn't get a strike. We did not get a strike, but we did get an episode removed for me watching WWE clips. Motherfuckers. What is... Luffy's like a young actor, though. I don't think he... Yeah, he hasn't done much. Wait, does that say 2027? Like, they're not saying the 3rd season's the final season, are they? No, ongoing. Okay, good. Because I'm going to need more seasons of this. I hope they keep running this for a while until my fat ass has a heart attack and dies. They don't end this show, because I mean they have thousands and thousands of animes to go, but I think they're bunching a bunch up together. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not looking at chat because I'm stupidly looking over here. Yeah, I there's 8 episodes. They're kind of the same like as a Marvel show or anything else, where they're either like 45 minutes to an hour, depending, and it's well worth it. The practical effects, like, they're not showing you. There's a bunch of costumes, like there's definitely a Chopper, Tony Chopper outfit that's like mind blowing when you see it, because I guess he can get big or some shit. I don't know. I'm still confused by it all, because I don't really understand how the fruit work and how it all plays out. But yeah, there's some crazy scenes, but there are also these dark images that aren't coming out great on my computer screen. Oh yeah, fucking stuff coming out of his nose. Yeah, dude, awesome, killer, S tier. I'm gonna say it right here, dude. This is the that's not when he gets all the way, but it's kind of it's this scene. This is before he gets big. Oh, shit. Well. Yeah. One Piece is my S for the night. It's the only S I gave out tonight. And I mean that. I love One Piece, the live action. So cool. Kirk loved it so much. Heligrip Kirk. BK knows who I'm talking about, if you're still here, Beaks. He loved it so much that he ended up, after the first season came out, he ended up watching all the anime, which is insane. Literally 1,000 episodes of anime. which I'm still mind boggled by. But that's Kirk. Such a good show, man. Such a good show. My two shows, I swear, is Fallout and One Piece are my biggest recommendations for television over anything else. I know that sounds crazy. Even Aliens. I liked Aliens. I did. It was good. But if it came down to One Piece or Aliens, I'm going One Piece. As crazy as that. And I think what it is that with Aliens, I have my own mind about what I want to see in Aliens. You're like, I want to see this or that in Aliens. And then when you don't get it, you're like, oh, it's this? Cool. Versus One Piece, I have no fucking clue. I'm going in there so, without any knowledge at all, that it's like all of it popping off is like awesome. What was it? Fallout 2. I've never played any video game or any of that. And I like the world that they've built with the whole end of the world vibe that they're giving. I mean, that one a little more touches on things that we've seen before, end of the world shit, but it's still a really cool, interesting way that they're going about it. And once they started introducing these new monsters and shit, I'm like really digging Fallout 2. This past season was great. And I'm hoping next season they take it even further. A little bit more, it seems a little more digitally with the monsters and shit in Fallout than even in like One Piece. They're committing to costumes. Like One Piece to me, and Jerry, I'd love for you to watch it because I think you were more of a Power Ranger guy than I was. It feels kind of Power Ranger-y with the costumes and shit. Yeah, Beaks, I need to commit to Maul. And just watch it. And I didn't even mention Daredevil. I'm not going to even talk about Daredevil until the whole season wraps up, Beaks. Maul 2. I'm going to binge Maul. I really am, Beaks. I'm going to catch up before May. I'm going to watch this weekend. This weekend, I think I'm going to start Maul and start binging those so I can finish it up before May the 4th. I was about to call it the 4th of July. So I can finish it up for the Star Wars version of 4th of July. Also, Beaks, I texted you a bunch of shit, dude. They're coming out with so much crazy product and stuff right now for Star Wars. Dude, crazy shit. Like for May the 4th, too. May the 4th, they're coming out with a bunch of new helmets they've never made before, including Princess Leia's helmet that she wears in Return of the Jedi, Lando Calrissian's helmet that he wears in Return of the Jedi, the Jabba the Hutt scenes, a bunch of fucking Burger King shit that they're coming out with for Mandalorian, which I texted you, Beaks. Oh, I text Paige is going to Disneyland, so I'm hoping Paige swoops me. Paige is texting me a bunch of dumb shit right now. But I texted Paige because she's going to Disneyland. BK, I just signed him back into Instagram, and now I'm seeing you text me back. But yeah, as soon as whenever I see Star Wars shit, I immediately send BK shit. I'm always like, oh shit, Star Wars shit. Text Beaks. Oh, also Beaks, I texted you that fucking. Oh, can I pull that up somewhere? The Power Washer game is getting a fucking. And I know Josh, Heligrip Josh Young, shout out Josh. He plays that fucking game. So I immediately texted Josh. I was like, bro, your game, dude. You're getting the Power Washer game's getting the Star Wars things. I already know, dude. I was like, you fucking would, bro. Which I thought was great. Bro, that popcorn thingy, Disneyland. So I'm trying to talk Paige. It's the same thing as text messaging, dude. Although I don't check DMs on Instagram, so you're right. It's not the same. But I fucking texted you the Star Wars motherfucking. Yeah, no, you're tripping, Beaks. Look at your phone, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Let me see. Yeah, no, I texted you. I said this is wild. This morning when I saw it, I think I was going to the bathroom this morning, and I saw this Power Washer Star Wars shit. I don't want to get fucking copywritten. I'm not this week, motherfuckers. Let's play in the music too. Power Washer Star Wars. That's fucking crazy, dude. Power Washer Star Wars. Fucking crazy. All right. I'm going to call it a wrap. I was planning on playing Mario Golf. Maybe me and Jerry will do that next week. There were so many movies that had been building up for weeks on end. And maybe next week too. BK will love this. Maybe we get Sadui to come in here at the beginning of the show before he goes to bed and talk about motherfucking the Clay Thompson beef with what's her name? Because I'd love to hear Sadui's whole take on the whole beef. Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, Clay Thompson beef, Sadizzle, opening of the show before he goes to bed. I'm assuming he's already gone now. He hasn't sounded off in the chat, or he's just listening because there's some kind of basketball game going or some bullshit. Who knows? And then maybe we'll golf next week or something. Or maybe this weekend we'll golf. I don't know. I'm done rambling. I've been rambling for way too long. It's way harder. She puts 2 E's in the name. 2 for Tubi. Maybe I have a chance with her. I already said this, but like Clay Thompson, once a cheater, always a cheater. Wasn't there some crazy story about him cheating on a girl and her walking in the room and seeing him with another woman kind of vibe or something? I remember from a while ago, but no, he's definitely not looking good right now. All right, thanks, Jerry. Beaks, glad to have you hop in here at the end. Sadizzle, if you're still here, appreciate it. I'm sure maybe you tuned out earlier and wrote that you tuned out. I don't know. I'm scrolling back. The last thing I think you said was Mortal Kombat is great, which it is. We'll be back next week. Please leave a like so that other people see it or whatever. I'd appreciate it here at the OverShow. All right.